Hey guys, welcome back to football. This is Football Manager 2021, not 2020 anymore. So we are in a new era now, guys. We are trying to check this one out. How is the 2021? I'm gonna give you my reaction. I'm gonna be so fast as possible because Football Manager 2021 is really fast. So we can start with that in the start, guys. I was playing my last game in Football Manager 2020 was with Argentina national team. I wanted to win the World Cup. And when you're playing the national team, you normally go on, not maybe most of you. I normally go on vacation when I have the national team games between them. Then there is no games between, and you really start realizing how slow it was. I mean, especially when you come to the Euro games and you come to Copa America and you have the 0-21 and you come to Olympics and all those matches have to function behind there, and you have the training games at the same time sometimes. Oh my god, it went so slow. And this is very good because it's really fast, and that's very good for many football manager lovers because you don't need to go and buy a new computer maybe now. It goes faster in the 2020. It saves a lot faster. You can have more leagues at the same time. And for those of you who don't, at this point, especially with the COVID thing, you don't maybe have the opportunity to buy a new computer or don't want to buy a new computer because you're thinking, oh, it's a new game, it goes slower, it's much more harder to drive. No, this one goes really fast, guys. So that's one very good news. And really, the best thing with the game is absolutely the pace of the game is much faster. So that's one. And the other one, guys, when you go to the staff is different. I haven't understand yet what it is, and I have not set myself into it to find out. You have some new roles here, performance analyst, and you have also, I think, something called recruitment analyst. Maybe it was in the before in some of the leagues, but I didn't see it the last time, guys. So that is new. And as you can see, it's more dark. I think it's more darker skin, but most of you guys, I think, will change maybe your skins, so we will not talk that much about that. You have more meetings, but it's not that much. I was afraid of that. You will be often called into press conference and this, and you have to have more meetings with the players, and you have those meetings with the players call you in, they want to talk about something, and you have the opportunity to show your gestures with your arms and things like that, and you get better reactions, both negatively and positively. You will get some reactions, but it's not that would take that much time because I know some of you guys are really love in the coaching part and you want to focus on the coaching and the tactical part and that one part, and some of you are more interested in the other part over there. So in this Football Manager, they have really found a balance here. It's something for everyone. It's something for everyone. The training, I think, is the same, similar as before, guys. And team reports, you have different team reports, and you have the. I will not go too much in the analyst, but you can see here this one. You have different views at the analyst, and I haven't strengths and weaknesses. You can come here, is as before, but as you can see here. You have some more differences. I haven't checked this one out that many times, to be honest with you, but yeah, but you have different views. It in match context, it works some little bit easier to understand. As you can see here, the pictures are different, and you can use the analyst report of the opponents very well here, so you can really understand the opponents much more easier, and you can also understand how your shooting percent, not shooting percent, but have you. We can go and start with that one immediately. I think we play it here against Southampton again, and I'm going to show you some different tactics because as we have some tactics there. As you can see, the XG here is the aim of the based on where you shoot the game. You will get different points here on this one. So if you shoot, for example, from here, it's not that realistic that you will score, so you will maybe get 0.09 points, and that's very good because you can see if you are, maybe you can have more work the ball into the box if you're seeing you have a lot of shots but this point is low, maybe things like that, so this gives you a new easier way to understand. This is the same way. XG match day story shot map. This is also very cool. This comes up in the breaks in the game and after the game. So I haven't found this picture, and I really searched for it inside the game, and that's something cool inside the game, because when you're a manager, you are sitting on the bench. You don't have all these numbers to analyze. You cannot just hit the space button and start going analyzing the team. I know many of you love to do it. I did it myself, but you don't have that ability. The match day is a match day. When the match starts, you're on a match, and so it's more realistic. You have not that good time, in a way. You can't get all those information going, analyzing the game that brutally when the match is on. You have to wait to the break. Maybe I am mistaken here, but I haven't found this picture and the other analyst pictures you can find. So you can see here, for example, with Chelsea against Southampton, we had a shot here from Pulisic, 0.32, 0.09 and 0.05. So you can see the one who went into goal was Pulisic and 0.32. So it's more realistic that he will score from that point, for example. I think this is the one. If I'm mistaken, please comment down there or tell me. So you have a different view of the statistics and the analytics data that you can also get. The heat map and average positions, I think, is more better than the other ones. As I don't know if it's partly right, the other ones, but you could have some players just freaking out, going their own way in a way. But the players seem more smarter now. So even to you ask someone to do something, and if it's not right in the game, they will hold the shape of the game in a way. So yeah, so I think the average points positions, the heat maps are good as always, but it is not as much as it was. Here you have the team players statistic that you had in the before, but the summary is better, different but better, much more easy to understand for many of you and for myself as well. Okay, guys. The match screen itself, you have seen this. I'm not going to go inside there again. Or maybe you want to go there. We can go there too. It's different. I like the old ones better. To be honest with you, I like the old one better, because here you have not that many functions, guys. The screens are different, and they have changed the places. But when you start doing it, you will like it more than the old one. Yes, you don't have that control that you had before, and some of the shortcuts are different places at this point, so you have to go around and things like that. But I like it better. I won't go into the screen. I think a hard time getting it up. But when you're in the match, you don't have the time bar anymore. The time bar is away, so it's different. I have tried many different tactics, guys, so you can go into the tactical and the match engines. For example, here, the strikers that if you pair them up together, you know the typical Fabio Capello style, the big one, the small one striker partnership, it works much better now on the FM20. I think it worked also good in Football Manager 20, but here they work better together. It seems like the players are more intelligent, so they will, with Chelsea as well. But because you can see here, when I had not Tammy Abraham, I used to have Timo Werner here, and with Giroud, the ball normally went to Giroud if you put him in a deep line forward, and this play will go more in the room, and the roles are more defined in a way. So you will get Giroud in the foot, you will get Giroud in the head, you will find Giroud with his back against the goal, and you will get. So in the build up, this worked much better. At the final part, it's a little bit similar to the old one, but so that's no problem. But was in the build up, I was missing, and I hoped more typical. You can see the partnership of Martinez, for example, and Lukaku. In the build up, Lukaku is much more grabbing the ball, keeping his back to the goal. You have Martinez going on the run. You have the midfielders coming after. You will see this in this game. And one other thing that I have seen, I think the central areas of the game, at the final part, the third part, even to you play, for example, with wingers and everything, they attack these half spaces behind the defenders in the middle is more dangerous. The game seems, the player seems to play more smaller, even though you want them to play wider, and that's more realistic, because when you come to the final third part, normally you don't have wingers, even though you ask them to stay here. You have some situation they will go, but they went really wide on Football Manager 20, so they were always free, and you got those bad crosses in, you got counter-attack, and you got a lot of goals on crosses as well. So you got either counter-attack and they got scored against you, or you had scoring goals. So it was, when you went on crosses, many people here scored a lot of goals on crosses, and as well some people had hard time and they got a lot of goals against them. So it's not these three players will go more operating here. Even if you play, for example, like this, if you play like this and you have still wide, attacking wide is wide, they will be a little bit wider, but when they come here, they will go here, inside here. And that's realistic if you watch the top football teams in the world. When you come in the final third, the wingers are not like the wingers in 90s. They go inside, they want to go score more. The top scorers often now come from these wide areas here. So you will get more attacks in here, you will get more through balls here. So that's more cool, I think, because that's more realistic. It's not only go on crosses and goal scoring, pull up your fullbacks and wide backs, and yeah, that's cool. And something else I have felt, I'm not sure if it's right. You have the problem with the gegenpress. I personally say it was a problem. I didn't like that everyone could play gegenpress. Every team. You put a gegenpress, they came from last position up to the first team. The gegenpress died in a way. So gegenpress is something is hard. Gegenpress style is not easy. When you ask Bielsa playing at Leeds, he makes players train hard for that. You have to have the right players. When Klopp does that with Liverpool. So the good thing here is when you play against a team that is going gegenpress, and if they are not that good, what will happen is that they will push. You have to be very careful against them the first 10-15 minutes in first half and second half, because they really will throw it at you, everything they have. They will bomb you down, guys. But then when the fitness goes down, the stamina goes down, I feel like that the possession team will take over the game. It felt like that for me. I played against some few teams here. They went again with the gegenpress thing, guys, and you could ride it off, but you have to be knowing that they are coming with that. So what you do the first 15 minutes and what you do after that, and you can take over the game. Liverpool is still extremely good, but that's also realistic, guys. They have I'm not a Liverpool fan. I'm a Real Madrid fan. But they have a fantastic team, so they are very good in positions. But so you will have a hard time beating Liverpool, I think. The beta version, guys, is easy. I think it's always easy on the beta version, so that makes you try it out. So if I was you, I would just at this point try out different teams, different clubs. Look at what is the Mazzella, what is the advanced playmaker, for example, how do they work, and you have also this one. It's cool. The player who is ringing around is the players you're gonna watch, for example. So you can see his movement a little bit. So that is also great. And you can see here you don't have those percent anymore. So that is also more realistic. No football managers in the world knows, okay, are you on 78 or are you on 79 or 82? If he's gray, if he's green, he's green. If he's orange, okay, he's maybe, can he play, can he not play? So it's more realistic. You don't have those numbers you can go after. But of course the numbers made it easier, but they are giving you a more manager feeling here, guys, than did before. What else, guys? What else do we have? The goalkeepers, I think, on the set pieces, I am more in the match engine here, guys, the tactical pace. So, yeah, for me, the game have been superb, guys. It's really something new in a way. So the goalkeepers on set pieces, I feel like both crosses and set pieces, they come out more. And something that is very cool to see, guys, is that you can have the command of area and aerial reach. It really shows in the game. If you have a goalkeeper with good command of area and aerial reach, he will come out there and you will see he dominating the field there. So that's also good. The mood of the players switch around a little bit more, and something I also saw and I liked very much is that this role, attacking midfielder in attack here, especially when you have two players up front, the link up is more realistic. You see the link ups, so it works a little bit more. I missed a little bit when you have him attacking midfield and attack and you switch it on, you will see a very good change in his playing style and his movement, and so yeah, I like this one. But especially attacking midfield and attack was a very good rule. I liked it very much, especially when you use the target man in support here. You could see nice teamwork between them. I didn't get the same things with the shadow striker. I felt like the attacking midfielder in attack, for me, in the 2-3 games I have checked it out, they seemed more as taking the ball with him in his feet and going forward, especially in this style, as you can see here. I have changed it from 4-3 to 3-3-4, everything, guys. I've changed it from game to game just to check it out, how the players play. Something else I also liked is you have also the scout meeting, so when you're gonna get new players, so that's more also realistic, you know. You have meeting, they will show the players, you can ask for which kind of players I want. So if you really want to keep it hard, guys, you can go that way, and if you really know which player you're gonna go, you go and buy that player by name, but you don't need to use that much time on player searching and things like that. For example, coming here and searching for players, you can just go directly to those meetings and you can get the player, so you can go to the scout. Okay, so we are coming to the end here, and what is my view? My view is this is the best. This is they have done a really good job, guys. They have done a really good job. The pace alone is extremely, the tactic and also the 3D, guys, is very good when you see it. You see like the real football players, the stadiums, but the players, and you see the tackles. They also give a little bit too many maybe penalties. And also one thing else, this one. I also saw that this was also more defined when you go much higher. You go with more urgent, extremely urgent. It's not that brutal like it was before, but if you also have this one, much higher line of engagement combined with this one, you will see it yourself how it will affect your team. But the effect will be more visual. You will see it more if you are watching the games. And based that the game is going much more faster now, guys, you can watch the games because the game goes faster. Even the self-match goes faster and the days goes faster. So the amount of time you can use more times in the game on the tactical base, those who liked it. And those who didn't like that part can just do it as they normally used to do in the tactical part and use more time at those part of the game you liked more. Or you can just go through it much faster than you would anyway, or play with more leagues and things like that. So yeah, the speed is really important. I think the speed is important, something that I've missed before. They have taken it, and you can see the match engines is totally different, and it's not that easy to make those changes they have done, especially with the COVID-19, guys. So this is good. So I was a little bit, when I was waiting for this, I thought nothing at the match engine, nothing at the tactical part. The rules, you can see them move more differently. The players are smarter, and I'm very sure that this match engine, the match itself, guys, will be different when the full version comes out. It will be harder to play. Always the beta is a little bit more simple. So you should get familiar with the rules, guys. You should, instead of what I have done is, instead of starting a game and going through it and try to win the league, because when the beta is over, guys, the game will change. So what you should do now, and before that, this week, if you have the beta, is get to know the rules a little bit better. Play with 3 strikers and watch the game. And inside the game, suddenly change this player, for example, to a winger and go to 4-3-3. Change the passing directness, and see how will that affect the game inside the game. Don't think about winning that game. Just see how it works. Because the more direct guys and extremely direct here, if you have it on your, for example, ball playing defenders, will just shuffle it high. So then you have to know that, and those players who are not that good, they will have a lot of wrong mistakes. You will see things more clearly on the field in this game than you saw in the other game. So it's more realistic in my opinion, guys. So is it the best Football Manager game that have came? It's too early to say. But the differences, they are much more than that I thought. But that was I was expecting them to be, guys. So it's more different. So you get the differences, guys. So it's in my opinion, an upgrade. But it have its difficulties, especially with these things like that. And in the match window is a little bit different. So, but it have to be like that. You have to adjust yourself. You cannot be always the same. The time bar have been there. I don't know. I think it was there when the game had the discs. When you put it in, not CDs but discs. So yeah, guys, but I hope you like the game as well, guys. If you haven't bought it, if you are wondering if I should buy it or not, I would absolutely buy the game if I was you. I think this is one a good one. I think when the full version comes, it will be very good. I would already go for the beta, guys. To if you're in the lockdown, it's a good time to do it anyway, to get to know the rules better. So hope you like the movie, guys, and I see you later. Bye, guys.